Hello, everyone, and welcome to the world of I'm Lorn, your guide and host through these unfamiliar, strange, and savage lands full of magic and wonder and mystery. So today, we're going to be exploring the world of like I said, for the very first time. You folks watching this video are going to be the first folks introduced to this brand new universe, essentially, full of its own histories, cultures, peoples, full of its own magic, and full of its own little funny idiosyncrasies and quirks. So today, we're going to be exploring this world through the medium of a game that I made on RPG Playground. So before I go any further, let me just talk for a moment about RPG Playground, what it offers and what it is. RPG Playground is a completely free, no subscription, no installation, no download, no fees, not even the ads. And what it is something that you can use to create RPGs or just other sorts of games in general, I guess, but the basic format is action RPG. In your browser, completely just in your browser. If you have internet, you can make a game. You can do it even at the public library, probably. I mean, you don't even need a computer, really, because all you need is a browser. It's very easy, very seamless, but that being said, this video is not, and I repeat, not a tutorial. It is not a tutorial on learning how to use RPG Playground. It is an introduction to this game and, in turn, this world of However, you will be seeing some of the features that can be done on RPG Playground, so in that sense you can think of it as kind of a bit of an advert kind of for the site itself, and also of course for the world. But I will be making tutorial videos in the near future, potentially even right after I make this video here, and they will be a little bit more advanced in nature. Some beginner tutorial videos already exist, so I think that'd be a little bit redundant. I'm not going to kind of bore you with those because they're already out there. There's no reason for me to make them. If you want to get started with your own game in RPG Playground and you want to kind of just get your feet wet and you don't really know what's going on with it, feel free to check out some of those tutorials on YouTube, and feel free to also check out, there's a user in RPG Playground by the username of Aura, who's actually created some games that are solely for the purpose of teaching other folks some different ways that they can go about making different solutions to some of the problems or some of the mechanics that they may want in their games. So first off, if you want to play the game, you won't see it up here at the top because this is the editor screen. This is because I'm logged in here and it's my game. Now, if you wanted to play Lawrence Anemideron, you would want to scroll down to latest games. There it is, right there. You just press play. That'll bring you right in. You can explore this world. You can even explore. I would actually encourage you to head on right there and explore it right along with me, because this will sort of also be a guide so that you cannot miss any of the secrets and get all the power-ups you want and be strong and destroy the enemies and get very rich and buy your own house and all the fun stuff that the game has to offer. So without further ado, let's get into it. Actually, you know what? There's going to be more ado. We'll talk about it in a loading screen. So part of the reason I went about this is because I've always been interested in cultures and histories and how did we get to where we are now from where we were before? How did technology develop? How did these different languages and manners of speaking in different cultures and just all the stuff, all the fun stuff that represents humanity, even math, I mean, developed different ways or developed in different ways in different cultures. And it's just so cool to kind of see you know, because when you put all that together and it all overlaps, kind of like a Venn diagram, if you think of every culture as a different circle in a Venn diagram, and you try to overlap them all together, that part in the middle where every single one of them overlap, to me, that's where the human condition is, kind of, that place that all the cultures have in common, sort of thing. So anyway, here's the game. You will see it like this. Probably first off, you'll see it in the play mode. But you can always, even if you're just coming to play, you can always switch it over there to the... a little bit annoying here. I've got the recording stuff in the way, so I can't switch to play mode in full screen. There we go. But you'll be able to switch seamlessly back and forth from editor to play mode. I'm not going to read the dialogue here because we're going to be a little bit short on time and I want to get through as much content as possible. Speaking of which, I apologize if I'm speaking too fast. Feel free to... Oh, we've gotten damaged. This is a great time to show off the healing mechanic. So we've gotten damaged by one of these snakes out here. Those snakes do not respawn, but some of them do. You'll see those in a moment. But this gives us a great opportunity to show you how to heal. So we just head back into bed. Would you like to rest? Yes. There's our health bar back. You'll see it was kind of over here. Get that out of the way. You'll see it was kind of over here, but when we went to the bed, it restored it fully. So we can head back outside. And we're going to kind of skip through the beginning cutscenes and head straight down to Merlin. So normally you're directed here from the Druids. Okay, knowing where the Druids are can be really important because you're going to need to be returning to them for your quests. Alrighty, so we're going to talk to Merlin here. He's going to basically let us know that he's dying, like right now. and he has this sort of last request that he needs from you. He's like, I didn't fulfill my destiny. I decided to raise Arthur instead, known as Artorias in this game, um, and so he kind of foregone. He decided to kind of abandon his destiny to raise Artorias instead, because he followed his heart, and it's hard to blame a guy for that. He followed his heart, he did what he believed in, but now the world is paying the consequences. So the sacred torch has been passed on to you. You are now the wielder of the sacred fire, the magic catalyst, the wand. Okay? He sends you back to the druids. He says you have to go talk to Tagdamak. He will teach you about magic, and then he dies. No, we'll miss you, Merlin. Oh man, it's been real. We knew you for a couple of minutes. Too bad, sir. Not even a couple of minutes, really. We knew him for a solid minute, maybe. But if you actually read the dialogue, it might take you a little while. Okay. You found an elder marigold. An elder marigold. They fetch a high price to the right customer. Yes, they do indeed. We'll be showing you that in a moment. Alrighty. So Mugrowth up here, hidden in the trees, will take you to the druids. Yep, I'd like to visit the druids. Okay, here we go. All of these guys have really fun things to say, but they're not really significant to the story or the plot. First, we really just need to talk to Tagdamak, and we need to tell him this is the sacred torch. I have it. Then that means, Merlin, come. We have much to discuss. Indeed. And when he says much, he really means it. Here, I'll show you that in a second again, so you can kind of pause if you want. He basically tells you the basics of the plot. He tells you that the end days are upon us, and the Anemideron, of course, the titular Anemideron, is supposed to tell you an alternative to the end of days. So you see it's a recurring theme that there's prophecy, and then there's other prophecy, kind of. There's prophecy, and then there's alternatives. And Merlin, for instance, of course, was destined to teach you magic, but he died before he could do it because he chose another destiny. This is a recurring theme. So he tells you basically that you've got to go through the Elderglade, and you've got to find the teleport spell. Okay, so we're going to get to do a couple of things. First, we're going to get to explore our very cool Lost Woods puzzle. Excuse me. Oh, cast spell. We don't know any spells. Never mind. Very fun Lost Woods kind of style puzzle we have here. Very reminiscent of one of my favorite series of games, The Legend of Zelda. I've tried to put as many puzzles in this as I could, and I'll teach you how to do those in some of those, like I said, some of those tutorial videos. But this, we're more just exploring the game, and it's really just kind of a guide here. So we do want to collect as many of these Elder Marigolds as I can. There's no reason to kill the enemies if you don't absolutely have to. They do not do anything for you. Oh, before we go that way, I'm going to actually show you kind of what happens. So if you go the wrong way, it starts you back at the beginning. Some of the doors are a little glitchy in the game. Yeah, like you see, you kind of got to walk there for a little while to get in. But once you get in here, if you go the wrong way, it starts you back at the beginning. You'll see that these signs, they all say to the Old Grove, they all say the same thing, but they have a different number of periods. For instance, this one has 1 period. And what Tagdamak tells you before you come, this is why it can be important to follow the quest line, is because otherwise you won't have the hints to the puzzles. So to the Old Grove, you see how that one has 3 periods here? The number of periods reflects the number of snakes in the area, and that's the sign you're going to want to follow. So 3 snakes, 3 periods, that means this is a correct way. So we can see here there's 5 snakes. Well, only 4 here. One of them's actually behind a tree. Pretty tricky stuff. First, we're going to try and find these marigolds, of course. As always collecting the marigolds. It's our main source of income at the beginning. You may have to run around for a little bit to figure out and actually see all 5 snakes. Once you see them, you'll know, okay, this sign has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 periods. That means this is the right way. If we went any of the other directions, it would start us all the way back at the beginning of the first forest there. So that's kind of the solution to our Lost Woods puzzle. The number of dots on the sign is very simple. So that gets us over here. This fairy kind of leads us to the cave where we're supposed to go. She also tells you to save her friend, or ask you to save her friend if you could. So now we go into the dungeon here. She's up there. She's actually kind of difficult to save. There's a lot of bats. They do go down in 1 shot, but she actually guards an entrance to even just more challenges. We found 45 gold, very good. Unfortunately, there's no way to keep track of how much gold you have, so keep track of it yourself. Maybe just take a note if you can. I'm going to be implementing something that will keep track of your gold, though, and there will be a tutorial on that. So pretty much anything I do to expand the game, anything that I mention that's unfinished content, I will be creating on screen, and so you can think of that as a tutorial. I'll be showing you how I expand this game and how I make it a little more complex. So all we need to do first, though, is explore up here. You'll notice this area seems very familiar. From this, you receive an ancient scroll. I see. You learned the teleport spell, so we have our first spell. How exciting. We can also find some aetherite. Oh, did I remove the aetherite? Yeah, I might have removed it because it doesn't do anything yet, but it will do something in the future. So these crystals will give you aetherite. They'll be important later. Basically, you'll need to find all the aetherite in the game if you want to actually complete the Anemideron, which is a location. So, cast spell. Yes. Cast which spell? Teleport. Teleport to where? So we can go home, Carleon Court, Nagiana Jungle, or the Mirage Tower. All of those are areas we'll be exploring in future videos. So if we try to go to Carleon Court, I don't have that warp point yet. Yeah, he can't go there. And that's actually true for all of these except for home. If you go home, it just puts you right over here. We can use this to teleport to Carleon Court, Nagiana Jungle, or Mirage Tower. But of course, like, oh, this one doesn't tell you you don't have it yet. It just doesn't let you go. Yeah, so it doesn't tell you don't have it, but it just doesn't let you go there. So now we're going to head down, and first we're going to sell our marigolds. No, let's not. Let's first actually go ahead and talk to Tagmac again, tell him we have the teleport spell, and see what the next step is on our quest. We're going to visit the druids again. Alrighty, so we'll talk to Tagmac. Okay, lots of text here. We're going to work on that. We're probably going to edit that. That's a little bit overwhelming. Feel free to pause if you do want to read it. Basically what he's saying is you need the Blizzard spell. The Blizzard spell is in a rich mansion in Camelot. Camelot is the capital of Onwin. And you're going to need to sneak in because it's kind of reserved, so to speak. So there's two options here. Because we collected those marigolds, we have quite a bit of gold that we're going to go and sort of make once we sell those. So we're going to go to the village of Tintagel, okay, which is this village over to the left here. Yeah, and we're just going to skip some of these NPCs. They do have some great things to say. One way to earn gold, if you want, is this gentleman will give you bread, and you can take that bread, trade it to a druid up where the druids are, and then bring back the seeds that the druid gives you for trade, and sell those seeds to this NPC down here at the bottom. She will buy the seeds for 5 gold apiece. Not much, but it is an infinite way to acquire gold, so you can acquire as much gold as you need. In theory, that could be the only thing you do, and you could get as much gold as you need for the rest of the game. But for now, we're going to sell our marigolds. Oh, we're actually not going to sell them all yet. We're going to do a quick side quest, and this will probably be the last thing that we do in this video, so we're not going to continue the main quest much further. What we're going to do is I'm going to talk to her here. She says, "My baby, I lost my baby in the forest. Please help my baby." Her baby, as we can see, is right up there, so we're going to need to get there. And on the way, we're going to find some more marigolds that we'll sell for some more gold, and she will give us some gold for completing the side quest. So, we've got some dangerous snakes. Alrighty. So, another marigold. Alright, sorry, let's just pause real quick. Sorry guys, you can fast forward through this part. I'm just having to plug in here. We're running out of batteries. We're getting a low battery notification. It's dangerous. We're panicking. Okay, we're okay. We're safe. We're safe. It's going to be okay, guys. We already got that marigold. Already got it. Alrighty, up we go. We're going to get another one. Now, from here, we can see that this path is, of course, going to be the wrong path. That's not where we want to go. So, no reason to fight these snakes. Because, like I said, enemies do not give you golden experience, so any unnecessary fighting is unnecessary. Okay? Redundant words are redundant. Okay. Oh, we got hit. We're getting wrecked, you guys. Okay. Oh man, we're getting whacked all over the place. Good thing we have a bed to sleep in. Mama, it's okay. You're safe, little one. I've got you now. Alrighty, so Lorn, what a hero, what a guy, saving babies from the forest. Alrighty, so we're going to leave the forest here, walk out. Alrighty, I know, backtracking you guys, I know, open world RPGs, backtracking, what can I say, that's why I put in the teleport spell, because the world is actually rather massive. Alrighty, so if you give her her baby, thank you so much, here, for your trouble. Got 150 gold, excellent, excellent, that's exactly what we wanted. Alrighty, so last thing that we're going to do is we're going to sell these marigolds and get some gold. So we have 150 gold. We found maybe 75 or so, I believe, in the cave. And then we're going to sell a bunch of marigolds. So if we're doing the math, we're currently at, let's see here, I'll take out a pen or a pencil. But like I said, I'm going to implement a way to keep track of the gold, and I'll probably do that in another video. So we have, let's say, 225 right now. 225, and then we're going to sell her a number of marigolds. So let's just see how many she buys. 1, 2, and we already sold 1, so we're actually at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so that's it. So 11, that's 750 plus 75, so that's going to be, what's that? That's going to be 825. So 825 plus our 225, that's going to put us at 1,050. So currently we have 1,050 gold, I believe, or so. I might have counted an extra marigold in there or something. But we've got about 1,050 gold, and that's enough to purchase anything in the game right now, including the best armor, which might be what we do since we seem to keep getting wrecked. So we're going to go to Camelot for that. And once we're in Camelot here, that's actually where we're going to stop the video for today. So that's as far as we've gone for today, but suffice to say, as you can see through the Nagiana jungle and the Mirage Tower, there's a lot of areas to explore. We haven't even got close to really scratching the surface of this game yet, and we already have 1,050 gold to our name. And we've actually already acquired a lot of the gold that's in the game, but there's still more gold to be found. There's power-ups, there's upgrades, there's armor, there's all sorts of things to do, but we're going to leave it there. So basically, thank you guys so much for coming today. Thank you for watching. We're going to pick up next video right where we left off. Don't forget to go down and hit like and subscribe. I'm going to be saying that again, even though redundant words are redundant. Just because I want to also, once again, give a quick shout out to Cone Witters. Thank you so much for creating this software that I've used to make this game here. And this is purely on the design level, so I didn't do any coding or scripting or any of my own art or anything. All of this stuff was just using the textures, the NPCs, and then there's just some basic if-else type stuff that you can do for acquiring gold and things like that. It's a little tricky to make it so that, you know, you can't just collect infinite marigolds from one plant kind of thing. But yeah, so that's it for today. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for supporting. Once again, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe down there if you want to see more of this. We'll be making more videos of this game, more kind of guides to show you around, show you what's going on, help you through it, but also more introductions to the world of So this actually didn't really get you that involved with the world yet because I'm kind of so focused on the mechanics and helping you through the game. But we'll be getting more into that, and we'll be getting more into some actual tutorials on how to make some games yourself. But this is a nice example of some things you can do. And if you want to continue exploring the game and kind of following along yourself perhaps even, feel free to go ahead and watch the next video. Alrighty, and like I said, as always, don't forget to like and subscribe. Alright, thank you guys so much. This is Lauren Oldwood out for the day. Thank you guys. Have a good one.